8. Anti-scam tricks you can do to avoid getting tricked. In fall 2025, scams in fall 2025 strike fast because criminals study your habits, devices, and daily routines. They attack through calls, texts, emails, and identity leaks. These 8 tricks strengthen your defenses before scammers make their move. Each one closes a doorway criminals rely on during the busiest fraud season of the year. 1. Use callback verification. For any request involving money or personal info, scammers in fall 2025 have upgraded their methods to a level most people never imagined. The pressure calls sound real. The voices sound familiar. The urgency feels believable. Many victims described the same moment. Their phone rings, and the voice on the other end sounds exactly like someone they know. A family member, a colleague, a bank representative. The tone, the breathing, the emotion, everything matches. That is the new danger of AI voice cloning, and it is spreading incredibly fast this year. An AI can now scrape a few seconds of audio from social media and replicate an entire voice in under 10 seconds. Criminals build emotional traps using these cloned voices and use fear as the weapon. The call begins with a shaky breath. They say they need money. They claim the bank locked your account. They insist a payment must be made immediately. They repeat phrases that sound personal. It feels like someone you trust, but behind that voice sits a scammer with a script. The most powerful defense is a simple step. Hang up. Do not argue. Do not respond. Do not ask questions. Hang up instantly and call the official number listed on the company website. This one action destroys the scam completely. Scammers cannot answer a real bank line. They cannot intercept an NHS callback. They cannot redirect an HMRC hotline. When you call the official line, the real institution confirms everything. They tell you there is no emergency, no payment request, no locked account. Voice clone fraud has risen more than 600% between 2023 and 2025. It is the fastest growing scam across the UK, Canada, and the United States. Criminals use cloned voices to pull victims into panic. A parent receives a call claiming their child is hurt. A worker receives a call saying their job is at risk. The victim reacts emotionally before thinking logically. This is why callback matters so much in fall 2025. It removes the scammer's control. It gives the victim the power again. And nearly every high-pressure scam collapses instantly once the call is disconnected. 2. Use a secondary email for shopping, apps, and newsletters. Your email address says more about you than any social media profile. It holds your recovery codes, your login paths, your subscriptions, your identity trail. Scammers know this, and they attack email inboxes more aggressively in the fall than at any other time. Online shopping ramps up. Black Friday deals take over inboxes. Delivery notifications flood daily. Behind all of that noise sits a hidden threat: compromised emails from past data breaches. Retailers, ticket sites, fast fashion stores, and delivery apps leak user data constantly. When these leaks occur, scammers buy the information and begin targeting victims with laser precision. They know which sites you use. They know what deliveries you expect. They know what newsletters you signed up for years ago. That gives them the advantage. Creating a secondary email for all shopping activity gives you a shield that scammers cannot easily cut through. Imagine splitting your life into 2 layers. One layer stays private. Only family, work, and essential services see that email. The second layer becomes your public zone, where online shops and promotional platforms live. When a scammer attacks the public zone, your private identity stays safe. In 2025, 74% of phishing attempts start from email addresses leaked in old retail data breaches. These emails become the main targets for fake delivery links, fake receipts, and fake account alerts. A separate shopping-only email stops scammers from connecting leaked retail information to your main accounts. Even if the secondary email becomes flooded with spam or malicious attempts, your most important digital identity stays untouched. A secondary email becomes your first firewall as scammers push harder during fall shopping season. The separation turns confusion into clarity. A suspicious message becomes easier to identify when you know your personal inbox stays clean. This small trick reduces danger from botnets, hack chains, and spam networks without requiring technical knowledge. 3. Freeze your credit and enable mandatory banking alerts. Fall 2025 is a dangerous season for financial identity theft. As holiday spending rises, scammers increase their attacks. Identity fraud spikes between September and November every year. Criminals apply for credit cards, loans, or accounts under stolen identities. They wait until the holidays, hoping the victim will overlook unusual activity. They strike with speed, applying for multiple accounts in a short window. Freezing your credit stops these attempts instantly. A credit freeze blocks anyone from opening a new financial account using your information. It forces lenders to require direct verification before approving anything. This means a scammer cannot open a credit line even if they have your name, address, date of birth, or national insurance number. They need your permission, and the freeze prevents them from bypassing it. Mandatory banking alerts create another protective layer. Every transaction, login attempt, or password change triggers a notification. Victims learn about suspicious activity within seconds. A scammer cannot drain an account quietly. The moment they try, the bank sends a push alert or text. This gives the customer a chance to lock the account before large withdrawals occur. These alerts also stop SIM swap attacks. When scammers attempt to transfer your phone number to a new SIM card, the bank detects the change and demands verification. Without that verification, the attack fails. This defense becomes especially important for people who rely on online banking heavily. The more digital your financial life becomes, the more valuable your identity becomes to scammers. A freeze and alert system stops them before they get close. Fraudsters cannot use your identity if you lock it before they try. This is one of the simplest and most powerful protections available in 2025. 4. Use the 3-second link test before clicking. Anything scammers know people move quickly during the fall. They order more packages, they track more deliveries, they search for deals, they receive constant notifications. That creates a perfect opportunity for fake links, a fake Amazon tracking update, a fake PayPal warning, a fake Apple ID reset. The victim receives the message and clicks instantly because it feels familiar. The 3-second link test prevents this. Press and hold on mobile or hover on desktop. Those 3 seconds reveal the real URL before you open the page. You see whether the site is legitimate or manipulated. Scammers often change one letter, add extra numbers, or mimic well-known domains with clever spelling tricks. This test exposes the fake instantly. Delivery scams explode right before Black Friday. Scammers know victims expect packages. They know you check your phone more often. They know you trust delivery companies. Malware infections often come from fake parcel updates or invoice reminders. Victims believe the message is real because the timing feels perfect. Phishing success rates rise 40% during fall because people rush through their inbox. They skip details. They click without checking. They assume every message relates to their purchases. This simple rule stops the biggest scam category of fall 2025. Delivery link attacks rely entirely on speed and urgency. The moment you pause, the scam loses its power. 5. Turn off preview message on your phone. Scammers in fall 2025 do not wait for you to reply. They track you the moment your phone displays a message. The small preview that pops up on the lock screen seems harmless, but it loads hidden tracking pixels inside the scammer's SMS. The pixel activates the moment the preview appears. That tiny image behaves like a sensor. It tells the criminal that your number is real. It confirms that your phone is active. It even reveals your device type, time zone, and language settings. Once the pixel triggers, scammers move your number to a new category. They classify it as high value. Your number then starts circulating inside fraud groups who specialize in repeated attacks. Victims often wonder why they suddenly receive 10 scam texts in 1 week. The answer is tracking pixels. These pixels do not need a click. They do not need a reply. They activate silently inside the preview. Turning off message preview stops this. The pixel never loads. The scammer receives nothing. Your number remains unverified in their system. Their operation becomes blind, and blind scammers move on. The phone stops giving information away without your knowledge. This small switch protects you from aggressive targeting and reduces the volume of future scam attempts. Many security experts say this is one of the most overlooked steps because people assume the scam begins only when they open the message. In reality, the scam begins the moment the preview appears. That is why disabling previews is a powerful step in fall 2025. 6. Block unknown callers and enable AI call. Screening phones in fall 2025 arrive with advanced AI call screening. These new systems listen for scam patterns before the call reaches your ear. They detect pre-recorded messages pretending to be banks. They recognize scripts used by government impersonators. They identify spoofed caller IDs pretending to be your own area code. The AI analyzes the call without exposing you to the pressure or manipulation. Blocking unknown callers removes nearly every scam call instantly. The scammer cannot trigger fear. They cannot rehearse their urgent tone. They cannot disguise themselves as your bank or your internet provider. The phone intercepts the moment it rings. Many victims get tricked because they hear a confident voice that sounds professional. Call screening removes that risk entirely. Scammers lose the advantage of speaking first. Telecom watchdogs have confirmed that call spoofing is the main entry point for scammers in fall 2025. They manufacture fake caller IDs that match local hospitals, police stations, and bank branches. People trust them because the number looks familiar. AI call screening breaks this illusion. It treats unknown numbers as potential threats and moves them into a safe review area. This reduces scam calls by up to 90%. The fewer calls you receive, the fewer chances scammers have to create panic. You protect your focus, your money, and your information by letting the phone shield you. It transforms your device from a target into a filter. This is one of the strongest protective measures available this year. 7. Set spending limits on your debit and credit cards. A scammer's goal is simple. They want to spend your money quickly before you notice. The fastest defense against this is a spending limit. Banks now allow daily caps, per transaction caps, or micro limits during holiday seasons. You can choose amounts like £10, £20, or £100 depending on your comfort level. When the limit is active, the card blocks any transaction above your chosen threshold automatically. Even if scammers gain access to your card details, they cannot exceed your cap. The bank rejects the attempt instantly. This protects you from online store hacks, card skimming, and digital wallet theft. Criminals often test stolen cards during busy months because victims overlook small charges. With limits set, those tests fail immediately. Spending limits work, especially well with transaction alerts. The moment a charge appears, your phone notifies you. The two systems combine to create real-time protection. You know exactly when your card is used. You see the amount. You can freeze the card before any damage grows. Scammers hate these limits because they remove their speed advantage. The account becomes controlled. It cannot be drained. It cannot be abused. Many banks added micro-limits specifically for fall 2025. They want customers to protect themselves during the heaviest online shopping season. Limits transform your card into a safe system. They shift power back into your hands and give you time to respond before money disappears. 8. Never store ID photos, passwords, or bank info inside your camera. Roll. The camera roll is the weakest point inside a smartphone. It is the one place that malware can reach easily. Many people forget that when they allow an app to access photos, they also allow the app to read every screenshot inside the gallery. Scammers use this opening to steal identity documents without the victim noticing. A single screenshot of a passport or a bank card becomes enough to damage someone's financial life. 55% of identity theft cases now begin with stolen gallery photos. Cybercriminals scan cloud backups for images containing personal data. They target screenshots of QR codes, recovery codes, bank statements, and ID cards. Once they collect the images, they begin building a profile. They use the information to bypass security questions, reset accounts, or impersonate the victim on financial platforms. Storing personal data inside the gallery bypasses your phone's encryption layers. The gallery becomes exposed. It is not treated as a secure vault. It is treated as a collection of casual images. That is why scammers focus on it. They know people rely on convenience. They know people store reminders and documents through quick screenshots. They know the gallery is the one place users rarely clean. Moving sensitive photos into a vault shuts down one of the fastest-growing scam categories in fall 2025. This small habit change blocks criminals from harvesting your identity through stolen images. It protects your financial life and secures the most private information inside your phone. Subscribe, like, and comment why you like this video for a chance to win a new Apple MacBook.